Customs Recognition Act in 1963 says, subject to the provisions of this act, customs shall be recognized and enforced by, and may be completed in all courts, meaning you can use your custom to go to court to the Supreme Court and plead your case over your land. That is what that act allowed us to do as landowners. This law has been repealed this month of June. This law has been repealed for what purpose? I don't know. But we will ask that this law be reinstated so that it gives us the right to defend ourselves in a court of law. Because right now we are under attack. We are denied the course of natural justice because of the repealing of this act. If you could go back to the good Attorney General and the Justice Minister and ask them what was their justification for repealing this act, and ask that this act be reinstated, because this act is fundamental to the writing of our Constitution and of us becoming a sovereign nation. Without those rights, we would never become Papua New Guineans. We would still be under Australian law. You got the money on this one. Another weakness and capital on land policy is that no statutory free, prior, and informed consent requirement. This permit and police arrested for a need of criminal code. You may not go to civil court because you may not go to civil court because you will go home. They are the civil police, this one picking up so their lens officer, putting on accounts. And that's all. You may party more than you go around to comply. You send police to arrest them to Paros. Fragmentation. In terms of resource, but in this case, the Department of Lands, National Lands Commission, Mineral Resources Authority operate with overlapping mandates. Meaning the road Department of Lands making National Lands Commission moving on Papa ground they still have no visibility or clarity about where to go and how to go. The government has you need to talk strong on this one because valuable ground and people it's in the millions. We don't have money in the bank, but we have land worth millions of dinner that's been stolen from us. That's what we own. We own land. Lack of retrospective mechanisms to redress colonial alienation. People are pantheon, from the colonial or colonialism, maybe, and government still supporting the colonial powers. They are no longer here in Papua New Guinea. Now people still have access to all ground because of those colonial laws. We have to do away with those, and we have to come back and deal with us again. You know the people of Papua because of ground people. You know ground Germany. You know ground England. You know ground Australia. And ground people. Ambiguous coordination between National Lands Department, the National Land Board, and provincial authorities. The coordination is very ambiguous, meaning that National Land Board may be one ruling law, board ruling law, the provincial land board will be another ruling law. One in law, our provincial authorities may be their left hand in the dam. So plenty of time for Papua ground law, line people, provincial government, and provincial land board, they get told one thing and then the National Land Board, something else is happening. You mean my specific lands department there? All the functions go to do with land and bring them back to the small towns and villages. So that on Papua ground might deal with the lands officer. There's enough business to justify this decision. Now you talk about take Papua New Guinea forward there. We cannot centralize everything in Waigani or one money in the lower. These powers have to be decentralized to the provinces and the small towns as well as the cities. So there are no visibility of ground level. And Tuplato, Ram Sabah province, You know, stuff like that. Abuse of ministerial and board discretion in state leases. Example, SAPLs and urban land allocations. Big ground on us, portion 78C study and ground on Papa ground option. Now you may have was a one by white man, SAPL title level. And then a total of the minister again on the spot ground. So, how the ground on Papa ground go? That's minister or white man or board on the spot ground. We don't know. I'm not sitting over right on none of this. How did this happen? We call for the decentralization of the authorities in land law. Something else. So they must have been today. Now I'm going to send this today. Every more Papa ground on the ring or register more ground law property. Every more Papa ground law. Sitting there, we were in the Palimona walking on Menosem. One kind of same law. On Highlands now. After some more let's talk consultation and dialogue with the landowners. Go back and sit with the customary landowners, the people that own the land. Talk to landowners, the people that own the land. Talk to them, spend time with them. There's no point spending money on consultants in big cities. Go back to the villages and sit with our people. Get the truth from them. And write the policies based on truth. Write the agreements based on truth. What we also have to do is that we cannot allow second guessing. We have to have a system in place where when you go into Lihir and then deal with the Lihir landowners to extract gold from their place, do the same in Wafi, do the same in Ine, do the same in Masaka. So that all the landowners get the same standard uniform benefit so that they don't guess. I'm no place how is he supposed to know government policy knows or something. And then on consultant from governing or Kenya, they ask for things that are useless to them. Instead of asking for things that are going to help them empower their community economically and to help them to build up. Outdated protocols under Land Act 1996 failed to reflect customary practice. On good roads, one thing that you need to go, where do we go? Land survey notice power, land management, or one kind of degree, or here, what's another office for land department? Papa, no place, I'm not talking about a ground level. You know what they're going to ask them? I don't know you. He doesn't have a title, obviously, because it's customary land, but it's his land. We need to have this bring into our reform into our education policy, our land management, and also into our land department. For the ID people, the National Land Board is operated without transparency or inclusion of customary landowner representatives, often making decisions contrary to customary ownership and community well-being. And terms of reference P now you can finish it. Legal terms of reference C. Stakeholder engagement on land formalization. We welcome broader engagement, but must point out that consultation has often been tokenistic. Consultation where give me some working on the government, it's tokenistic, meaning that it's convenient for the government. But it has no tangible or commercial or economic value for the landowners. We need to change that because it's not the government that owns the land, it's the landowners that own the land. We welcome true engagement requires free, prior, and informed consent at the clan and community level. Before government like working development and upper one background, before they talk to the investors and developers, they must come and sit with them. And they must tell them what they are trying to do and how the clan will benefit. This is free, prior, and informed consent. This must be written into the Land Act. It must be written into the Oil and Gas Act. And it must be made mandatory, and it must be made written into the Oil and Gas Act as well. Mining Act 2 Every development that happens must have free, prior, informed consent from the landowners, indigenous landowners themselves. This way, we can make the 4th National Development Goal of the Constitution come to life. Otherwise, it's all political convenience and it's all tokenistic. It's all just tokenistic. And we've had enough of that. We're going into 50 years of independence as a country. What is the state of our landowners? What is the condition of our landowners and the rest of the country outside of Port Moresby? Chairman, we ask this question because I don't know the answer to that. We'll go to stakeholder engagement on land formalization. We welcome broader engagement, I read that already. We strongly urge your committee to involve authentic traditional authorities in the process of land registration or survey. Get the local authorities involved. You've got your clan leaders there. You've got your tribal chiefs there. Get them involved in it. They are all men. Make use of that knowledge before they pass. get everything in. We cannot, how can we be a Melanesian nation and we try to apply all the principles of what in Australia, coming to the Melanesian society? We are a Melanesian society. You are here before this country today as a sovereign nation. Why are we not consulted about our own lands? In all discussions concerning our land, and not rely on incorporated land groups, many of which lack legitimacy. This incorporated land group, legal registered program in Narutaman. Probably 2 or 3 Narutaman registered money was same age. So we don't see why it start to become agenda because it's not on the ground. Because I have control and influence on it. We have to look at going back and discussing with our tribal elders and our people in the village, even before you put himself in breakdowns. Talk to them, get them involved in the process so that it's open. It's transparent and we know for a fact that it's true. Consultation should begin with customary landowners reports for stakeholder engagement on land formalization. Consultations with customary landowners to confirm and report systematic land grabbing by certain lands department officials and personal gain. Government agencies acknowledge procedural weaknesses yet lack of robust FDIC processes. NGOs are engaging with them and their experts, advocate for transparent benefit sharing and independent land dispute mediation. Community groups and local leaders demand decentralized land services and statutory recognition of indigenous landowner authorities. Give me like all Medengo, plan to working over the Momento, go and work with their established communities. Because this system, this tribal system, has been in place long before Papua New Guinea became a sovereign nation. And those systems and those structures are still there. You go back to President, your clan and tribal structure are still there. Why are they not consulted in the land process? Legal terms of reference, B, public consultation and feedback mechanisms. From our community's perspective, many land policies are viewed as imposed without proper understanding of grassroots realities. On the lands department, when somebody comes and talks to us, most of it is a top-down discussion. Looking to move from one there. I won't come to talk about it with some top-down talking, and now all the landowners are struggling to explain to them how they are landowners. This has to be handled then. There is a lot of confusion about the land registration process.